Well, hello. Jake Martinsik here. Want to give you a book review on Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. You might have heard of him. Sales guru, sales expert, real estate mogul. Okay, he's got many books out there. Sell or Be Sold, 10x Roll, Be Obsessed or Be Average, If You're Not First, You're Last, and the Millionaire Booklet. All right, so I've listened to all of those. I have this Sell or Be Sold on Audible. I would recommend you get the audio version of all of his material because he reads it himself, and I think not only if you have the author of the book reading it, that's a big bonus, but also he will venture off and give you extra material, and he's trying to explain what he's written down, so you get more value doing it that way. But I like to read one book in the morning, and then when I drive to work, when I work out, listen to an audiobook. So I'm going to get them so I can kind of hit them both at the same time. Right? So more books at once. Getting into this review, if you don't want to wait around, 5 out of 5 stars, easy money to spend. If it's like $30 on this book, you can actually get most of his books for free on his website. He'll do just to pay the shipping. So I think you get it for like $7. So worth it. So to give you some background, I'm also in his Cardone University, his online sales training program, and a lot of what's in there that you're going to be paying $1,500 a month for is in this book. So definitely a ton of value in here. So why he wrote the book, quick background, from what I've heard in his interviews, is that it was actually written for not salespeople, but everybody else that didn't really understand the sales career, what it was, thought that salespeople were sleazy, slimy, kind of what you think of a used car salesman. But how he breaks it down, and his whole message here is that everybody is selling, whether it's for a monetary commission or whether your commission is just getting to go to the restaurant that you recommended to your spouse that they're trying to fight you on. Right, so everything in your life you're always selling. So that's kind of the message. The quick breakdown, the things that I took from it. One is everybody sells. Whether you're in a sales role, if you're in accounting and finance, if you're in HR, you're always selling somebody on something. And the premise of Sell or Be Sold is either you're doing the selling or you're being sold. Quick example, if you cold call somebody, start giving your pitch, you're trying to do the selling, they say, no, not interested. And if you accept that they're not interested, they've just sold you on them not being interested, and you're done. Right? So that's kind of the premise. He talks about salespeople in the economy and how the professionals will create your own economy. So it has nothing to do with the outside world, what's going on in another country or in politics, at the stock market. You create your own economy, and that's just how much income you can flow into your household, right? Professionals versus the amateurs is how he talks about it. Is professionals, like a professional athlete, won't just show up on Sundays ready to play football. They're going to practice throughout the week. And most salespeople, they kind of just fall into a sales role because they can't do anything else, so they're just in between jobs. So I'll go work at a car dealer, or I'll go work at this technology place because they need salespeople, but I'm shooting for something bigger, right? That's an amateur. Professionals take it seriously, break down the numbers, train daily, whether it's watching video, reading a book, listening to audio, role-playing with somebody else, or just practicing to pitch to the wall. It all counts, and it all helps. That's what professionals do, amateurs don't. And then he talks about how to sell. So he goes through a lot of different categories, including the entire sales process from start to finish. He'll talk about hard selling, when to do it, how not to be pushy, what you're looking to do with the sale. Like the end goal is always closing. And a lot of people, why he would position a hard sell on somebody is only because a lot of people have trouble making a decision. So the goal is just to help somebody make a decision, not necessarily to convince them or persuade them to get something that they don't want or need. So if you read the book, you'll go through that and it'll open your eyes and give you a whole new perspective on this. So the things he really focuses on is attitude, always being positive. So if somebody's negative to you, you kind of mirror what their emotions are, and they will do the same to you. So if you come into your dealership, right, and you say, "Hey, Jake, nice to meet you. What can I get you information on?" You say, "I'm not interested, I'm just looking." And they're kind of like down, like they're not looking you in the eyes, bad posture. Okay, but if you're just sitting there smiling, like, completely understand. I hear you. That type of thing, that has to do with attitude. You're going to bring up their attitude. They're going to start to be more positive just because you are. Massive action. This is a level above society's norm, a higher level of activity than is accepted in society. He covers this a large amount in this book. But really, if you want to learn about that, pick up the 10X rule. And then, like I said, he goes through the sales process. So if you're new to sales, this will give you the best base for your career that I've ever seen. And I've read a lot of books, all of Grant's, but also from Brian Tracy, Jeffrey Gitomer, Jeb Blunt, and Chester something or other, The Ultimate Sales Machine. All good in their own right. Nothing is on par with this. All that is just kind of regurgitated old information that I haven't found effective. And I've been in sales for 8 years. Grant stuff has worked the best for me, by far. Okay, so quick review. Go check out the book. Get the Audible at least. Recommend both. And then I'm going to be doing reviews on some of his other books. 10X Rule, maybe the Millionaire Booklet, and not just for Grant. There's going to be a bunch of other book reviews coming. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some value out of this. Leave a comment. If I can answer any questions, I absolutely will. And then I'll check you in the next one.